Have you ever noticed that the most powerful and successful people rarely reveal everything about themselves? In a world where oversharing has become the norm, true intelligence lies in knowing what to keep private. The Stoics understood this well. What you say can either strengthen you or make you vulnerable to judgment, envy, and manipulation. Not everyone around you wants to see you win. Some will celebrate your success, while others secretly hope for your downfall. That's why the wisest individuals move in silence, guarding their plans, struggles, and strengths with strategic discretion. In today's video, we're diving into 5 key things an intelligent person never shares with anyone. Mastering this will give you greater control over your life, protect your peace, and allow your success to unfold without interference. Stay with me, because what you don't say might just be your greatest advantage. Let's begin. Number 1, protect your next step. Have you ever shared a dream, a goal, or a vision with someone, only to feel the energy around it shift? One moment, your idea feels unstoppable, clear, powerful, and full of momentum. But the moment you speak it into existence, something changes. The excitement fades, doubt creeps in, and before you know it, the fire that once burned brightly starts to dim. Why does this happen? Because not everyone needs to know your next move. Not everyone around you has pure intentions. Some people will encourage you, but others, whether consciously or not, will plant seeds of doubt, fear, and hesitation. Even those who genuinely care about you may unknowingly impose their own limitations onto your vision. They'll say things like, "Are you sure this is a good idea? What if it doesn't work out? Maybe you should play it safe." Even if you don't believe them, those words linger. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but when the first obstacle appears, those whispers of doubt resurface. And once doubt takes hold, it has a way of becoming reality. But doubt isn't the only threat. Envy is real, and it is dangerous. You might expect the people closest to you to celebrate your ambition, and maybe they will, at first. But what happens when your growth highlights their stagnation? When your success reminds them of their own unfulfilled potential? That's when admiration turns into quiet resentment. Some people will cheer for you until they realize you're surpassing them. They were comfortable when you were struggling, when you were on the same level. But the moment you start elevating, their support begins to shift. They distance themselves, or worse, they subtly undermine you. Then, there are those who don't just envy you, they want to see you fail. These are the ones who smile in your face, but work behind the scenes to sabotage you. They'll spread rumors, create obstacles, or turn people against you, all because the thought of you rising while they remain stuck is too much for them to bear. Sometimes, they won't even realize they're doing it. It might come out as passive-aggressive comments, backhanded compliments, or unsolicited advice designed to make you second-guess yourself. Other times, their actions will be deliberate, manipulating situations, planting doubts in the minds of those around you, quietly ensuring that doors stay closed. So, what's the solution? Move in silence. Protect your dreams. Guard your plans like a warrior guarding sacred ground. Because here's the truth. Nobody can stop what they don't see coming. Nobody can sabotage a move they don't even know you're making. Think about the most successful people in the world. Do they announce every step they take? Do they explain themselves to everyone? Do they seek permission or validation? Number. They simply do the work. And when it's done, when the results are undeniable, that's when the world finds out. Look at history. The greatest strategists never revealed their plans before execution. Powerful leaders, visionaries, innovators, They all understood the value of discretion. Every great empire, every revolutionary idea, every game-changing move was built in silence before it was revealed to the world. Because silence is not secrecy. Silence is strategy. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your journey. You don't need to justify your ambition. You don't have to prove yourself before you've even taken the first step. The only thing you need is discipline, focus, and the wisdom to understand that not every move is meant to be shared. So, the next time you feel the urge to announce your plans, pause. Ask yourself, why am I sharing this? Do I need guidance, or am I seeking validation? Will this person truly support me, or am I exposing my vision to unnecessary energy? Because here's the reality. The loudest person in the room is rarely the most successful. The ones who constantly talk about what they're going to do, they almost never do it. But the one who moves in silence, who lets their work speak for itself, that's the person who truly makes things happen. A lion doesn't announce when it's about to hunt. A warrior doesn't declare every move before battle. The wise build in silence, act with purpose, and reveal only when the time is right. So protect your dreams, guard your plans, move in silence, and when the time comes, when your work is complete, when the results speak for themselves, let the world be shocked by what you've built. 2. Move in silence, your greatest weaknesses. Let me ask you something. Who truly deserves to know your struggles? Who has earned the right to see your vulnerabilities? The truth is, not everyone who listens cares. Some people aren't offering you a shoulder to lean on. They're gathering information, waiting for the perfect moment to turn your weaknesses into weapons. An intelligent person understands this. They know that not everyone deserves access to their insecurities, because the wrong person, armed with the right information, can become their greatest enemy. Think about it. When you open up about your deepest fears, self-doubts, or past failures, you are handing someone the blueprint to break you. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but one day, when emotions run high and relationships shift, that same information you once shared in confidence can be used against you. It could be a friend who turns into an enemy, a colleague who stops being an ally and becomes a competitor, or even a family member who, in a moment of anger, throws your vulnerabilities back in your face. And sometimes, betrayal isn't even intentional. Some people don't mean to hurt you, but they're careless with your trust. They repeat things they shouldn't. They laugh about your struggles behind your back. And before you know it, your most private battles have become public entertainment. What once was shared in trust is now casual gossip in someone else's conversation. But it goes deeper than that. This isn't just about betrayal. It's about control. The more someone knows about your weaknesses, the easier you are to manipulate. If someone knows you fear rejection, all they have to do is withhold their approval to keep you chasing after them. If they know you fear failure, they can plant just enough doubt to make you hesitate. If they know you struggle with self-worth, they can reinforce that insecurity every time you try to grow. And this doesn't just apply to personal relationships. It happens in business, in leadership, in every competitive space. Revealing your weaknesses is like showing your opponent your defensive gaps before the game even begins. Some people will shake your hand while secretly waiting for a chance to outmaneuver you, outshine you, or replace you. The less they know about your vulnerabilities, the less power they have over you. This isn't about closing yourself off from the world. We all need people we can trust, safe spaces where we can be vulnerable. But trust is earned, not given. Before you share your struggles with someone, test their character. Observe them. If they gossip about others, what makes you think They won't gossip about you. If they have betrayed someone else's trust, what makes you think you'll be the exception? So before you confide in someone, ask yourself, if this person were angry at me one day, could they use this against me? If the answer is yes, stay silent. Learn to carry your struggles with quiet strength. You don't need validation. You don't need sympathy. You need wisdom. Because the strongest people aren't the ones with no weaknesses. They're the ones who refuse to let the world use their weaknesses against them. Move carefully. Trust wisely. Guard your vulnerabilities. Because what you choose to withhold is just as powerful as what you choose to share. 3. Your financial plans and income money changes people. Not just you, but everyone around you. The moment people know how much you make, how much you've saved, or what your financial plans are, their behavior starts to shift. Some will suddenly expect more from you. Some will feel entitled to your success, and others will quietly look for ways to take advantage of you. An intelligent person understands this. They know that their financial matters are exactly that, their business. Because when you share too much about your money, you invite problems you never asked for. Let's start with family and friends. Imagine you get a raise, a promotion, or your business takes off. Suddenly, an unspoken expectation forms. You should help out. You should cover the bill at dinner. You should lend money whenever someone asks. And if you say no, now you're the bad guy. Oh, you've changed. You forgot where you came from. But here's the truth. You didn't change. They did. The moment they saw your financial situation improve, they stopped seeing you as a person and started seeing you as a resource. And then there's competition. Some people can't stand the idea of you doing better than them. They were fine when you were struggling, when you were on the same level. But the moment you start rising, envy creeps in. They start watching you more closely, making passive-aggressive comments. Must be nice. It's not admiration, it's resentment. And resentment can turn into sabotage. They'll try to guilt-trip you for your success. They'll remind you of when you needed help, as if success is something to apologize for. They'll question your spending, your choices, your lifestyle. Not because they care, but because your progress reminds them of their own stagnation. Instead of working harder, they'd rather pull you down. But that's not even the biggest danger. The real threat comes from those who see money as an opportunity to manipulate, to scam, to take what isn't theirs. The more people know about your finances, the bigger a target you become. It could be a fake friend suddenly needing just a little help, a business partner more interested in your money than the actual business, a distant relative resurfacing with a sob story, or even a stranger watching from a distance, waiting for the perfect moment to take advantage of what you've built. And the worst part? Most people don't even see it coming until it's too late. So what's the solution? Silence. Keep your income private. Keep your financial plans to yourself. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You don't need to explain why you can afford something. Let people wonder. Let them assume. Because the less they know, the more control you have over your own financial future. And this isn't just about protecting yourself. It's about moving strategically. When you share your financial plans too soon, you open yourself up to unnecessary opinions. Suddenly, everyone has advice. You should invest in this. Don't spend your money on that. I heard that's a bad idea. And before you know it, their doubts, their fears, and their lack of financial wisdom start influencing your decisions. An intelligent person doesn't let the world dictate their financial journey. They build in silence. They invest in silence. They level up in silence. And when the results start showing, when success becomes undeniable, they still don't explain. Because true financial power isn't just about having money. It's about having control over who knows about it. So protect your income. Protect your financial plans. Because the moment you let the wrong people in on your business, you're not just sharing numbers, you're handing them control over how they treat you. Keep them guessing. Keep them wondering. And most importantly, keep your money yours. 4. Family issues. Family is sacred. It's where you come from, where your deepest bonds are formed, and where your story begins. But let me tell you something. Not everyone needs to know what happens behind closed doors. An intelligent person understands this. They know that family problems should be handled within the family, not broadcasted for the world to see. Because the moment you start sharing your family struggles with the wrong people, you open the door to judgment, gossip, and manipulation. Some people will pretend to care, but deep down, they're just collecting information. They'll listen closely, nodding their heads, acting like they understand, only to turn around and spread your business like wildfire. And once that happens, your private pain becomes public entertainment. That's the harsh truth. Some people don't want to help. They want to compare. They want to hear about your problems, not out of concern, but to feel better about their own lives. Did you hear what's happening in their family? Wow, and I thought my life was bad. It's not support. It's gossip. And let's not forget those who will use your family issues against you. In the wrong hands, your private struggles become weapons. Maybe it's a coworker who casually brings it up at the worst possible moment. Maybe it's a so-called friend who throws it in your face during an argument. Or maybe it's someone you trusted, someone who now sees your pain as leverage. When the time is right, they'll remind you of your family problems to break you, to make you feel small. And the worst part, you gave them that power. But it doesn't stop there. When you expose your family issues to the world, you damage the very relationships you're trying to protect. Every family has its ups and downs, arguments, misunderstandings, conflicts. That's life. But when you start involving outsiders, you invite opinions that can make things worse. Maybe you had a fight with your sibling, and you vent about it to a friend. The next day, you and your sibling make up. But your friend, they're still holding on to that story. They're still judging. Over time, those outside opinions create cracks in relationships that could have been repaired in private. The wounds that should have healed in silence become scars, deepened by the weight of unnecessary interference. And then there's the danger of making permanent decisions based on temporary emotions. When we're hurt, when we're frustrated, we want to talk. We want to let it out. But in those moments of anger, we say things we can't take back. We reveal things we shouldn't. And later, when things calm down, we realize we've exposed too much to people who never needed to know. So what's the solution? Discretion. Handle family matters within the family. Talk to the people involved. Solve problems directly, not through outsiders. If you need guidance, seek wisdom from someone trustworthy, someone who genuinely wants to help, not just someone who's curious about your business. And most importantly, protect the dignity of your loved ones. Because family isn't just about the good times. It's about standing together through the hard times. It's about keeping each other's weaknesses safe. No family is perfect. But that doesn't mean the world needs to know every struggle. Keep your family problems private. Guard your relationships. And remember, some people aren't listening to help. They're just waiting for a story to tell. 5. True acts of kindness. Let me tell you something. True kindness doesn't need an audience. Real generosity doesn't ask for applause. When you do something good, when you help someone, when you give from the heart, it should never be about recognition. It should be about purpose. But in today's world, too many people crave credit for their kindness. They want the world to see. They want the praise, the admiration, the validation. They post every donation, document every act of charity, making sure everyone knows just how generous they are. But here's the truth. When you seek attention for your good deeds, you take the good out of them. Because now, it's no longer about helping. It's about being seen. And an intelligent person understands this. They know that real giving is done in silence, that the most powerful acts of kindness happen when nobody is watching. Because when you do good for the right reasons, it changes you. It humbles you. It fills your soul. But when you do it for attention, it becomes just another performance, another way to feed the ego. And let's be real. People can see through that. They can tell when kindness is genuine and when it's just for show. And the moment they start questioning your intentions, your good deeds lose their meaning. Instead of inspiring others, you make them wonder, did they really care? Or were they just looking for validation? But let's go even deeper. Because when you announce your good deeds, you also open the door to resentment. Some people won't admire you. They'll envy you. Oh, so they have enough money to help others. Why aren't they helping me? Instead of spreading positivity, you create expectations. Instead of being appreciated, you become judged. And then there are those who will try to use your kindness against you. The moment people see you as a giver, some will take advantage. They'll come with their hands out, expecting more and more. And the second you say no, now you're the bad guy. Oh, you helped them but not me. Suddenly they forget everything you've done before. They only focus on what they want from you now. So what's the lesson here? Move in silence. Do good, because it's the right thing to do. Help, because you want to, not because you need people to see it. And if someone finds out, let it be, because they felt your kindness, not because you announced it. Because at the end of the day, the real reward for kindness isn't recognition. It's knowing that you made a difference, that you changed a life, that you did something meaningful, even if nobody ever knew. So keep your good deeds private. Let your impact speak for itself. Because true greatness doesn't need a spotlight. It shines on its own. In the end, wisdom isn't just about what you know. It's about what you choose to keep to yourself. Not everything needs an audience. Not everyone deserves access to your thoughts, your plans, or your struggles. Move with intelligence. Move with intention. Move with power. Because the less they know, the more control you have. The less they see, the stronger you become. And when the time comes, when success is undeniable, let them wonder. Let them be shocked by the results. Because while they were talking, while they were doubting, you were working. If this message resonates with you, like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and drop a comment below. Which principle spoke to you the most? And don't forget to subscribe for more content on Stoic wisdom, power, and mastering life with strategy. Stay disciplined, stay focused, and I'll see you in the next one.